Hello guys, welcome back to another video today. We're going to be going over every single sword and shield set and just talking about them through an investment perspective. Which ones would I recommend you buy now? Which ones would I recommend you avoid? And yeah, let's just go through them one by one. Let's start with sword and shield base. So for this, let's just take a look at the set list. $400, cool Snorlax VMAX. But ultimately, other than that, really not much to go off. This kind of sucks. But I'm going to give it a C because I feel like the base set of every single era tends to kind of keep a sort of premium sometimes, and they tend to do decent. So I think ultimately not a horrible pickup, but yeah, I wouldn't really recommend this. Rival Clash is an easy F. I know people will tell me that, hey, it wasn't printed that much, but I don't know. Trainers being the top chases are usually not a great sign. It usually takes more for them to heat up, especially since this isn't even one of the better Giovanni cards. This is a really mid Giovanni card. So, I mean, the Sonya's cool, but like, yeah, there's really nothing else in this set that's even interesting at all. So, I would definitely pass on this. Not much to say there. Next, we have Darkness Ablaze. Again, really weak set. This Charizard is really mid, in my opinion. I think this promo is cooler than this. I'm gonna have to give this an F tier. Champion's Path. Now this one actually does have a cool chase card. I think this Charizard V is pretty decent. So for that, I'm gonna give it above Darkness Ablaze and probably above Sword and Shield. Well, I don't know. I think these are pretty much on the same tier in C. And now we start moving on to some other better sets like Vivid. Now Vivid Voltage is not really the best set ever made. It's like a Zarude and Pikachu set, which is like, it's so dumb. I don't know why they made Zarude one of the big Pokemon. It has, amazing rares, which are cool, but yeah, the Chonkachu is the only interesting card, and even then, rainbow rares are very unpopular, unless they're like of certain Pokemon. There's only a few rainbow rares that I genuinely like the Ends, Reshiram, and Zekrom, but yeah, Vivid Voltage, C tier. It is pretty cheap right now compared to everything else, so it could be a decent pickup right now, but ultimately, like, this set was reprinted a ton. It also is just a bad set in general, so yeah, not much to say there. Shining Fates. Actually cool chase card in the Charizard VMAX. This is one of the first. I know I said like the other Charizard sucked, and this is pretty much the same one. But I don't know, something about the background and its pose just makes it look cooler, and the fact that it's shiny. So it's a little better, but again, still, Shining Fates, super overprinted. I mean, these ETBs were everywhere. Even I have a few ETBs of these that, like, it's not even that I kept sealed. I just had them because there were so many of them, and I opened a few of them just because I found it fun. And you could find it anywhere for super cheap. So yeah, Shining Fates, honestly, maybe behind Vivid. But yeah, this kind of first era of Sword and Shield without the alt arts was really struggling, and so this is kind of what took me out of the hobby, to be honest. Now we get to our first alt art set, which is Battle Styles, and I think this is pretty overhated. I think Battle Styles is probably a B tier. I mean, yes, it's not the best alt art set for sure, but it actually has a set value that like matches some of the other sets in this era. There we go. Tyranitar V, guys, pretty solid chase card. Empoleon V, again, pretty solid chase card. Both Urshifu, like all the Urshifus actually look pretty cool. I pulled both the Rapid Strike Urshifus from a box. So I have a fond memories of these. Yeah, like I think these are honestly pretty decent pickups right now because it's only $200 for a box. That's literally cheaper than a lot of the Scarlet and Violet boxes, and this is like, what, 3 or 4 years older? That's kind of crazy, right? I think for the first alt art set, I don't think it's a bad investment at all. Yeah, I could see this going up. Now, is this going to go up at a pretty fast rate? Probably not. There's only a few alt arts, and even then, they're not the most popular Pokemon, so it's not going to perform amazingly, but I think B tier is pretty solid, honestly, for battle styles. And I think this is kind of like going to be the gatekeeper. I don't think any of the other sets we're going to get in the Sword and Shield era are probably going to go down below B, except for a few. Next, we got Chilling Reign. Now, in my opinion, Chilling Reign kind of sucks. The Blaziken is really, it's just off-putting. I don't know. It just feels really weird to me. I love the Galarian Moltres. This thing looks cool, but it just doesn't, it's not enough to carry a set, to be honest. And again, nobody really cares about Calyrex. Like, they're DLC Pokemon that most people didn't even get. The other Galarian birds are somewhat cool. The Zeraora is actually surprisingly good, but yeah, most of the set is pretty mid. Almost reminds me of Battle Styles, except you have a Blaziken and you have a Moltres at least. And so that's why, honestly, I'd put it in B. Like, I'm actually surprised that Chilling Reign is 400 a box, if I'm being completely honest. I think it should be lower. I don't know. I think Chilling Reign is just not a great set, ultimately. Like, I know people love this Blaziken, but I think it looks horrible. My opinion, though. So, I don't know. In terms of investment, maybe it's an A tier. Maybe I'm just going into the grain. Like, it does have a good set value, right? Like, in terms of actual set value, it's one of the higher ones. But I think that's just because it has a very deep pool of like cards that are all kind of worth something. But honestly, like, I don't really see why some of these cards are worth like, do people actually like Calyrex Shadow Rider as a Pokemon? This Pokemon was just introduced like, you know, the last generation. It's a DLC Pokemon and it just looks kind of dumb. Same with like Galarian Slowking. I don't really like the design. The art style here is it's interesting, it's cool, but like, I don't know. It's not the most popular Pokemon. Tornadus, not very popular. Blissey is somewhat cool. Again, Ice Rider, Calyrex, like, not popular at all. I mean, they're very big in VGC. If you play competitive, like, you see them everywhere, but nobody likes them. Even in VGC, people don't like them because of how broken they are. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm a Chilling Reign hater. I just don't like it. Personally, I would put it in B, but I understand if you put it in A. I think if you can't put it higher than A, though, like, it would be bottom of A if anything. But I'm putting it at top of B. I think it's pretty good. Evolving Skies. I mean, I don't even need to talk about this. It's S tier. Literally has the highest set value of the era. Set value in terms of just overall value, I believe it's on par with Team Up, my bad. I think this actually shot up recently because of some of the other cards are shooting up in value, but like, I don't know. I see these sets as very, very similar, and I think this Latios is probably going to be on par with the Umbreon VMAX. Although I guess there is lower pop of this, to be fair. So maybe the Umbreon won't reach that height, but there's just more popularity for Umbreon in general. So I don't know. We could see something happen, but yeah, I mean, this is such a deep set. Like, this is insanely. The alt arts are just, they slap. Like, even just the Dragonite and the Rayquaza VMAX. I love the Zinnia Rayquaza. Yeah, Umbreon is just, yeah. I don't know why I'm even talking about it anymore. Like, we all know this is S tier. Yeah, let's move on to Celebrations now. This is the one I said the rest of the sets are not going to be below B tier, but Celebrations honestly probably will be like, I think it's worse than Vivid Voltage, but I think it's still better than Shining Fates. Like, it's a bunch of knockoff Pokemon. I don't like the set. It also, from what I understand, it's very easy to pull everything that you need pretty quickly. So it's not like a super fun opening experience. Like, you open it once and you're kind of done. I do like that they reprinted a lot of these cards so that collectors could get, you know, cards that they're familiar with and really like. But the stamp is a little too big for my opinion. Now this doesn't include the Greninja promo. The Greninja promo is obviously going crazy right now. I don't think it's in the actual set list technically, but yeah, Celebration ETBs in general, not a horrible investment right now. So if like, in terms of the set itself, it's probably here. In terms of an investment though, I think I'd put it above Battle Styles. I think the ETBs are gonna do pretty well, especially as we continue heading towards the 30th anniversary. So pick up some ETBs, pick up some Pokemon Center ETBs for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't be putting all my stock into Celebrations. I'm not super bullish on it. I think once the 30th anniversary passes, it'll probably be more stagnant again. And that's how these Celebration sets kind of tend to go. Hopefully the 30th anniversary will be more interesting than this one. Anyway, Fusion Strike. It's got to go in the S tier. I mean, yes, hindsight is 2020, but like, guys, if you didn't think this Gengar VMAX was going to be one of the top chase cards of the era, you probably just don't follow Pokemon in general. Gengar is one of the most popular Pokemon. Espeon VMAX, I mean, I've talked about this so many times. Such a cute design. Espeon is such a popular Pokemon. Yeah, this is great. Mew, amazing. Celebi, I think this one's actually a little underrated in my opinion. You got Genesect breakdancing on them. $20 VMAX is kind of crazy. This isn't even an alt art. I think this is just the VMAX, and you know it's still 20 bucks. Yeah, Fusion Strike is an amazing set. No reason not to invest into it, in my opinion. I still think it's a great set to invest into, although I would say I think it's actually better to buy 2 PC ETBs than to buy a booster box right now, just because of the price difference there. But if you're more interested in that, check out my Pokemon investments for under $1,000. Explain more there, or just check out my PC ETB analysis videos where I kind of dive into why I'm starting to favor PC ETBs more. Next, we have Brilliant Stars, and this is going to be a hot take, but I think Brilliant Stars is... Do I think it's S tier? I don't know. In my heart, it's S tier, but it's not really seeing the price movements that Fusion or even Lost Origin is seeing yet. In fact, I think it's dipping more than anything. Where's Brilliant? Here we go. Like, this set is pretty deep. I mean, you have an insane Charizard. They're battling it out. You got a great trainer gallery with Umbreon, with Sylveon. And I get that these trainers aren't as popular, so maybe that's why the trainer gallery is not that big. But, like, isn't Acerola one of the more popular trainers? And, like, look, these Mimikyu cards are great. This Arceus card is amazing. I don't know. I'm a little surprised. I mean, the Zekrom is great. Then you have like more trainer galleries with all the evolutions. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little surprised that this is so low. I feel like when it first came out, a lot of people were really, really happy with Brilliant Stars, but the sealed box hasn't been doing the same kind of things that its other, the other people here have. My gut instinct is to put it into S tier, but I think I'm gonna have to put it into A tier just going off of past performance. But yeah, I really believe in Brilliant Stars. I think it's kind of a steal at 400 in my eyes, given the age of the set. And I'm actually looking to buy more Brilliant Stars boxes. Yeah. Let's move on to Astral Radiance. This one, again, I think this was a pretty undervalued set. I think if you bought Astral Radiance in mass quantities, you definitely have balls, because a lot of people looked at this set and they didn't trust it because they thought, oh, Machamp V is the top chase. That kind of sucks. But I think if you look past the Machamp V, you're starting to see some heavy hitters. I mean, you're seeing Starmie V with the Misty. You're seeing Garchomp and Cynthia, one of the most iconic duos in all of Pokemon. You're seeing Dialga and Palkia with these super cool alternate arts. Beedrill is cool. Like, these the 3 trainers are whatever. It's okay. And it took a while for people to understand it, but yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close. In fact, I might even put it in B tier, honestly. Yeah, I might put it in B tier. I think it's a really good set, but like, unfortunately, it's not very deep. It just has a few good chase cards at the top. But I actually still think it's better than Chilling. I like it better than Chilling Reign, if I'm being honest. Like, I think Misty and Starmie is just more iconic than, like, I don't know, that ugly Blaziken, or this Garchomp and Cynthia is just more iconic than, like, Shadow Rider Calyrex. The only thing that I like more from Chilling Reign is the Galarian Moltres, but I think there's other better Galarian Moltres cards. Shinji card from the Crown Zenith tins. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I think Astral is probably down here. You know what? Brilliant and A is starting to make more sense to me. Pokemon Go. Honestly, probably better than Vivid, but like still really bad. I think this Mewtwo V could go up, maybe. Like, Pokemon Go is pretty popular, but yeah, this set is just, it's bad. Like, it's bad. This Mewtwo V is actually kind of fire, but no, yeah, the rest of the set is just, it's bad. It is bad. Not much to talk about here. If anything, I would just buy like the Pokemon Go, Pokemon Center, ETB, and then call it a day and just be like, yeah, nothing else. I don't want anything else. Because this is going to be really exclusive. They probably didn't print much of this because it didn't sell great. But yeah, oops. But yeah, I don't think I'd actively recommend buying Pokemon Go. In fact, you could even move it farther down if you want. You could even move it out of D tier for all I care. But I'm gonna put it above Vivid Voltage because to me it seems like it was underprinted. So maybe it has some kind of play there. Lost Origin, I think is solidly in the A tier above Brilliant Stars. Honestly, I don't know why I thought should put Brilliant Stars in S tier. I think it makes more sense in A. I mean, yeah, this Giratina is beautiful. Aerodactyl's great. Two amazing Pikachu trainer galleries. Gengar, Pikachu. In fact, if anything, I actually think this set is really underrated. I think Lost Origin could see even more big price jumps soon. So I would definitely keep buying boxes of these if you don't have any. Yeah, I think Lost Origin is going to do great in the long term. And Silver Tempest, I'm actually going to put in A tier as well, above Astral, above Chilling. I think this Lugia is literally one of the best Lugia cards we've gotten, like, period. This Rayquaza VMAX is also amazing. This Blaziken VMAX is a million, and I say a million times better than the Blaziken from Chilling. Even this Blaziken is a million times better. The Blaziken from Destined Rivals is a million times better. Anything is better than that Chilling Rain Blaziken. I'm sorry. I'm a hater. I'm a certified hater. But yeah, Silver Tempest is really undervalued right now, guys. Only $350 a box. Like, am I crazy? Like, what's going on here? How was it only $350 a box? How was Paldea Evolved the same price as Silver Tempest? Kind of insane to me, but yeah, Silver Tempest is a great set. I think this Lugia is going to appreciate nicely. I sent one into PSA, so hoping that comes back at 10. We will see. And yeah, guys, I think Silver Tempest is a great set. And of course, last but not least, we have Crown Zenith, which, as I've been saying for a long time, is above Fusion Strike in my eyes. Now, this is the definition of a deep set. When people talk about deep sets in Pokemon, you think of Crown Zenith. You think of the Creation Trio plus Giratina. You think of the Mewtwo V-Star battling the Charizard. You think of all the 3 legendary dogs, not the Walking Wake, not the Raging Bolt, just the actual 3 dogs doing cool shit. You think of Leafeon and Glaceon. You think of Darkrai V-Star, one of the coolest Pokemon, with this amazing, like, beach background. I don't even know what's going on here. You got Deoxys VMAX getting beamed up. You got Deoxys V-Star blasting through the universe. You got Mew in, like, this biblical image where all the Pokemon are watching the birth of Mew. Like he's Jesus. You got an amazing Crown Zenith Pikachu, which is only held down at this price because it's so easy to pull. You have another Pikachu. This is Zamazenta Alt-Art, guys, in real life. Looks amazing. The texture on this is great. You have this Hisuian Samurott who's about to kill the Snorunt. It's super funny. You have a Latias. You have a Lapras. Like, I don't know. It's too much. It's too much. You have this insane Deoxys. Like, I don't know. They crammed way too much in the set. I don't know what the Crown Zenith is just, it's busted. It is busted. The amount of art rares, the amount of Galarian Gallery cards, like, this is a deep, deep, deep set. This Dancy card looks sick, actually. I might pick that up. I feel like even some of the lesser known Pokemon got a lot of love. Like, why is this Thievul card so good? Why is this Dunsparce card so funny? Yeah, like, honestly, I don't know. I think Crown Zenith is gonna go down in history as one of the best sets of all time. And so for that reason, I actually think it's probably, honestly, if we're talking investment wise, I think it's the best investment right now. Like, just because I think Crown Zenith is kind of underappreciated right now, and I think it'll go up in value more than Evolving. But overall, I think Crown Zenith is probably the best set, specialty set at least, that you can pick up right now. Like, even compared to, well, maybe not compared to 151, but definitely compared to Prismatic, compared to Paldea and Fates. I think Crown Zenith just has them beat. I don't know. It's just so deep. It's so good. You know what? I've already made an SV tier list, so you can go check that one out. But really quick, I'm going to throw these on here. Just for reference, by the way, I don't think any Scarlet and Violet set is below C tier. So I'd probably put base at, like, definitely above that. Probably put Paldea at, like, I'd probably put Paldea there. Obsidian is probably here. I would actually put Obsidian below Battle Styles, in my opinion. Maybe above, because that Charizard, it is a Charizard set, but still, they're very bad. Shrouded Fable actually is going to be below Battle Styles, but still in the B tier. Stellar is going to be above Celebrations. It's going to be above SV Base. Surging, I'd put it. Oh, ooh. Paldea or Surging. Oh, that one's hard. What did I put in my... Actually, I think I put Paldea Evolved above, right? That might be crazy. Prismatic, I think, is going to be above Crown Zenith. Journey Together, in my eyes, is actually... Is it on par with Astral? Or is it better than Astral? It might be better. I think like Salamence is cooler. And like the Lily's Clefairy is more iconic than the Misty Starmie, maybe? I don't know. I think these are almost the same. I don't know. Between those two. Destined Rivals is definitely up here. Above Fusion though? Nah, I can't put it above Fusion. That Gengar is so good. But also like the Mewtwo. Ooh, this is hard. I think I'd put that there. Yeah, I think I'd put that there. 151 to me is above Crown Zenith. From an investing, like I actually like Crown Zenith more, but I think in investing sense, it's up there. Paradox is probably here. Paldean Fates is easily here. Paldean Fates is... I don't know. I think Paldean Fates actually could beat Crown Zenith in the long term. The Bubble Mew is very iconic. We'll have to see how the Bubble Mew does. But I think Paldean could beat Crown Zenith. But for now, I'll put it here. Temporal, I think, is just slightly better than Paradox. And then Twilight, I think, has a really cool chase card. I think it's solidly in the A tier. Is Greninja better than Lugia? Well, I don't know. I think Twilight actually has more hits than Silver. So if you're going to include SV, I would probably put it like this. So, yeah. As you can see, these are the ones I would definitely prioritize buying. Second, definitely prioritize buying these as well. Again, I had a hard time ranking some of these, but yeah. And obviously, like, anything above B tier, your money will be fine. Below B tier, I would actively avoid. Even if these prices are cheap, guys, sometimes it's just better to invest in a product that is more expensive for better returns than it is to, like, just buy cheap product that sits on your shelf for a while and doesn't appreciate for a while. You kind of end up learning the hard way. Like, I've been holding some stuff that's not moving as much as other things, and so I start selling them and moving into other things. And even when I try to sell them, nobody wants them, right? So you gotta be careful what you buy. But ultimately, this is my entire Sword and Shield tier list. I know I ended up mixing it in with Scarlet and Violet, but I saw it there. I said whatever, we'll throw it in there too. But yeah, that's gonna be my tier list for what I think is probably gonna perform very well into the future. Obviously, we have no idea, but this is just my simple prediction. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching.